I hope y'all don't mind that my makeup is just all a mess. I had to go. I gotta be very sensitive with what I'm doing today. I had my lips done today, and they told me that I couldn't put any cosmetics on for 3 weeks, which I'm sorry, but that's just not gonna happen. So I had to be real gentle on my lips and be very light application. They told me I'd probably look like someone had hit me in the face with a baseball bat or something for a week or two. And I didn't mind. I figured, hell, worst thing could happen, somebody get me confused with Miss Angelina Jolie or something. Oh, Lord, I've had a night in the ER. Y'all, it was crazy up in the emergency room tonight. You could tell it was the full moon. We had, come 8 o'clock right at dark when the freaks come out. You had Miss Watson come in, and she's just all off her rocker. She's just acting all a mess and crazy. And by 9 p.m., when it was time to serve the nightly snack menu, you had the Devereaux girl check in, and she's wanting to know what's on the menu, and, it's potato chips and apple slices, and she was just all upset because she was wanting some steak and shrimp and cottage cheese, and I said, this isn't the Shoney's girl. She comes in, and we didn't know her. I mean, it was quite obvious that she was just somebody from the street wanting a meal ticket. And she came in, and oh my Jesus, word, it was horrible. When she first came in, I was watching I had just made some Jesus crispy treats, and they're one of the bakesale's biggest sellers, and I made them, and I had the little red crosses on them and everything, and she was standing over in the corner right next to the lemon butt cake, and I just knew she was going to get all up in them. And at first I didn't think I didn't have anything to worry about, because she didn't have hardly any teeth. Y'all like my scar? I'm calling this this is what I call my confessional hair, because I can pull my little thing over here. This is when I need to admit things that I probably shouldn't be admitting. Lord, when I do things that shame me, honey, especially, I say, girl, you need to shame the devil and hide your face. And I tell myself, Lord, and that's when Lord, some of my best moments, though, have been admitting my defeat. There was probably 20, 30 tables, cookies and cupcakes and, bud cakes and devil's food, you name it, we had it. German chocolate cake was going on, everything. And she was sitting there, she was eyeballing my Jesus Krispies. And I remember Dolores coming up to me and she said, look, that old homeless skank, she's about to make a move on one of your Rice Krispie treats. And said, oh, I'm not having all that, And I was watching her, and they were only 25 cents a piece. Jesus Christ. Lord have mercy on her soul, And I try not to judge. And, oh my Jesus word, I'm sitting there watching her, and she goes to open her purse up, and of course this glass pipe falls out and hits the floor, makes all kinds of noise up in the church. Totally blew her whole cover, and, I ran across there, and I grabbed the whole tray. I didn't want her taking all I had slaved over the stove. I had been making Jesus Krispy treats and gumbo all night, and oh my Jesus word, please watch over my soul and my pocketbook, because she looked like one of those people she would shoot the minister to go be able to get her some crack, and I could tell, and I was just, oh my Jesus word, I grabbed my Bible. I said, Lord, give me strength. She told me that she had been displaced and that she had just spent the last FEMA check, which God only knows how many she had applied for. She had like 9 IDs in her wallet. She had a blonde hair in one and red hair in another. I'm sure they were wigs. There's no way that a grown woman at her age could have that many different colored hairdos. But she told me she'd been dating this man that was, I think he was abusing her and he was on drugs. He was an older DJ, distinguishable, I think is what she was calling him. But yeah, he's on that MHB or whatever it's called, and he was spinning in one of them clubs down on Fifth Avenue, and I think somebody had turned him on to that stuff, and she's most definitely fearing for life. And I told her, and I said, you don't have to be worried about him. But yeah, he went out and he was contacting her jobs and her friends and saying all kinds of nasty stuff about her. She's all afraid and fearing her life. And I told her, I said, Miss Roxanne, he's just an old, nasty, old, ugly troll. And then that's when she started crying, because apparently those words ran deep with her. She dated another troll. She said he was a prostitute. I never really got the full story on that one. She had lost him to prostitution, and she didn't want to work the streets. She at 35, she's way too old for that. Anyway, I tell her, that I have a babysitting job open for, my house, and that, I needed a babysitter, a live-in, and 2 of the kids, ever since they had been on probation for smoking what they call that, the chronic, I need some, the court ordered me to have some supervision in the home, and Lord, y'all, that was a mistake. Next time I needed somebody to watch my kids, I think I'd rather have Michael Jackson come over. And they're all boys. I just remember saying, Jesus, forgive me for this one, but this girl is gonna burn.